Have you ever heard the MCG like that? Are you kidding me? Yeah, are you kidding me? The Carlton gods must be crazy.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, it was great memories, wasn't it? Perhaps we get there again. We are well on our way. We don't get ahead of ourselves, but let's just say it may happen again, that moment. Welcome back to Bluebaggers Edge. It's always a pleasure to have your company. And we are back with another live stream, of course, and preview to the upcoming match, which is the round 16 clash against West Coast. And could it be a half dozen wins on the trot? It feels like we're dreaming. How is this happening? I don't know. But here to pinch me and wake me up in case I am dreaming, or perhaps we're both dreaming, it is, of course, the wife, otherwise known as affectionately Mrs. Edge. It is Ash.
Hello. Not Mrs. Edge. Ash is fine.
We're doing it every week. Mrs. Edge, it's stuck already. People, it's what the people want.
Oh, okay. Mr. and Mrs. Edge. No, we
Yes.
are dreaming, I think. Last week it felt like a dream. Like it was a much better performance than, well, not the week before, because the week before was a bye, but it was much better performance than our game against Essendon. Hi, Raina. And yeah, it's good to chat everything again on our little podcast or little vodcast, whatever you want to call it. That content
Very,
creators.
very little, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we are a little fish in a big pond, but
Mm.
the likes of other content creators, I wouldn't say a little, but according to David King, we're all just little podcasters. So shout out to you, David King.
Yeah. And shout out to Chris Davies as well, who stuck up for the little ones, little podcasts, the minnows, we'll call them, which we are part of. And gave it back to Kingy because he said it twice or three times, Kingy, just to make sure that it actually, caught on.
The gag didn't land the first time,
Yeah.
so we had to do it another 3 times just to get a reaction. So if you don't know what we're referring to, David King interviewed Chris Davies on, was it SEN or it must have been SEN?
Yeah, SEN.
During the week. They finally got their interview. Kane Corns finally got his interview, and David King asked Chris Davies if he'd be announcing our new coach via one of those little podcasts. So we would be honoured to make any coach announcements.
That hopefully the club actually does it just as a bit of a gag, as an exclusive. Because I mean, it's members first. We get emails and whatnot, so it's not without the realms of possibility of potentially happening. That'd be a good thing to do. Stick it up mainstream media and the likes of Kane Corns and Kingy and the rest of them. Gary Lyon. Anyway, we have, of course, joining us, one of our regulars, Dean, who asks, still haven't seen you both in the same room yet.
You mustn't have tuned in last week, though, because the end of the stream last week, I ended up in the same room, just to prove that we are in the same house and that this isn't a simulation.
Exactly. And you are real, as am I. Beep, boop, until I start glitching.
And this should, and I say should, unless something goes horribly wrong next week, be the last week where I'm not streaming from a desk and I'm got the current production situation that I do, because by next week I should have my home office set up, and if I don't, something has gone horribly wrong.
Otherwise, you'll be streaming from our son's playroom amongst all the toys, drowning in it. You can actually make probably a throne out of the toys that he's got. Construct a nice little throne like Game of Thrones, where it's constructed out of knives. Speaking of knives, we have Dynamic. Thanks for joining us. It says Mr. and Mrs. Edge with a knife emoji there. We're
Oh,
cutting edge. Cutting edge. Geez, we've got a few people streaming in now, which is good to see. Dean says, "Don't believe you. I reckon this show is a huge con. You're both in different countries."
You'd think so with the production quality difference. I completely understand.
Well,
But no, we are in the same house.
Well, I'm going to up my production quality even more so because my webcam is annoying the hell out of me because based upon what I'm wearing, if it's dark clothing, it tends to brighten up the exposure and you'll see there's artifacts, which is annoying. Where if I set up like a DSLR camera connected to my computer, it'll be looking schmick. So I can still go another level. You meanwhile, I'll try and help you the best I can. I mean, we tried with the light that you had attached to your laptop last week that everyone saw had zero effect and impact on your production quality, but we'll get there.
I think anything would be an improvement at this stage.
Yeah. Chef Jack. Jack, how are you, mate? Hope you're well. Nath joining us as well. Today's press conference with Fraser was the exact reason we need fan-driven content. Ask the same question 10 times. I didn't see that. Didn't see that, but might be worthwhile. I mean, if we show the full press conference, we will be flagged by YouTube for stealing content. So we might maybe try and play some of the clips, but one of which I will play is a couple of clips that Fox have put up because I had no idea until I saw on Twitter. But apparently, Michael Voss was part of the do you call it the expert analysis team? I don't know. What would you call it? But people were making gags. Very, very good. I know that's one. I thought you'd give it a thumbs up. You're like, yep. On ya, he's got another gig. But,
no, I thought you would have known because hey, Paddy.
Paddy's had enough. He's like, I've heard that name once. I'm out of here. I don't blame you, mate. You know what? Let's leave.
I thought when you heard that name or anything to do with that name, like a Batman signal would have gone in the sky for you. Like, I'm surprised you didn't know that he was commentating on or special comments on Fox or whatever he was tonight.
Well, Jack says, anyone watched that man's interview? So what garbage it was. I don't know if you're referring to that tonight, Jack, or the actual interview that he was, I think it was on 3AW. He was
Jackie Belgate.
interviewed there.
Yeah.
But Dean, the legend, my lord, $14.99 super chat. Thank you, mate. You are an absolute legend as always. Pleasure to have your company. Speaks for itself, but mate, your next level support is really, really appreciated, mate. So thank you. And you've said Foss talking about Carlton on Fox tonight was hard to take. So we might try and find a grab. I know there was like a minute snippet that Fox put up on Twitter, so we might play that. But people were making gags about they were asking Voss's opinion on setups and everything else. And someone mentioned that he'd just be constantly talking about flooding the defensive half, winning the contest, sticking fat, all that sort of stuff. So very, very funny.
Vomit forward and pray.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, bomb inside 50. Close your eyes, and it'll all work itself out. Petra joining us as well. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Dynamic. Can't believe they grilled Jagger with that same shite. Someone should have stepped in and told them to move on.
So Jagger was at the presser today, I'm assuming, because I saw an interview with Jagger on the Sunday Footy Show, and I thought that was quite a good interview. Jagger speaks so well. If he's not our future captain, like Sam Walsh, then Jagger, I'll be quite surprised. He's spoken so well. Even like when he got drafted, I remember saying to you that he speaks really well. That may be why they put Jagger up today, if they had a suspicion that they were going to ask. What were they asking? Just out of curiosity, just if anyone has a brief rundown. Was it just the same thing? Why didn't you play like this when you were under Michael Voss? And who's the next coach? Like, move on.
Yeah. There's only so many times
they're going to get. I don't know what they think answer they think they're going to get when they ask that. They're obviously not going to just be like, "Oh yeah, we do have a new coach that we've picked." Like, what are they expecting anyway? To hear.
Yeah, the media is quite pure. I mean, I don't know if you saw the I think I showed you, but anyone else tuning in, if you saw the Sunday Footy Show question that Tony Jones was asking of the Essendon youngster, might have been Farrow or Roby, might have been one of those two lads.
Farrow, I think.
And he's like 18 years of age, and under the studio lights being grilled by Tony Jones about, the same question that every single player has been asked. And he knew what he was doing, Tony Jones. And he preempted it by saying, I'm sure your media department would have, got you across the question I'm about to ask. And it was about, would you prefer Dean Solomon to be your senior coach going forward? And the poor kid stuffed up and tripped over himself and like mid-sentence just like looked down and like went into a shell and was like, oh, I'm sorry. I like felt so sorry for him. And Sloaney thankfully stood up for him and shut down Tony Jones and said, mate, give the kid a break. He's in his first year of footy and you're grilling him as if he's a senior player. Like such a stupid thing to do. And yeah, Nathan's right there. The media want that gotcha moment, which is completely feral, especially doing it to a youngster. And if they're doing it to the likes of Jagger, and every kid's different in terms of maturity and everything else. But yeah, it's probably a good thing that Jagger's got that confidence about him and maturity where he can actually answer questions, well enough. But there are kids out there that aren't of that maturity. And it's like asking that sort of question of a school kid virtually. It's pretty shit.
Well, they asked the same question to Jagger, essentially, of would you want Fraser to be, this is in the Sunday Footy Show interview, would you want Fraser to be your coach moving forward? Like, what are they supposed to say? Nah.
Yeah.
Like,
like it's almost, I almost wish the players would turn around and be like, nah, I hate the guy.
Speak to the
He's a
media
prick.
team if you
He's a
want
prick.
information.
They just be like, nah, I don't like him. And then just like let him like sizzle on it and be like, no, just joking. Like, what do you expect? Like, just give it back to him.
Ridiculous.
Just ridiculous. Going back through the comments, Raina, I heard Voss tonight. He sounded like a coach for the first time this year. Maybe he's going to be auditioning for the Essendon role or Tassie. God forbid, or Tassie. Don't do it to yourselves. Jack's referring to the 3RW interview with Vossi. Jonas, how are you, mates? Fraser wants the job. He's just playing it cool. Nobody likes a thirsty herd who thinks he's Essendon's saviour. Very good, mate.
You know what? It's funny you say that because they were talking about this on
Classified.
Was it on Tuesday
night?
Night?
Heard. Yeah.
And who was it you talking with? I can't remember.
Wasn't Bartel? Was it Bartel?
Anyway, whoever he was talking about it with, he said, what's the best way to play it? Do you play it cool, play it like you don't want the role? Or do you play it like some people have played it, referring to himself, and put yourself forward and say you really want the job? I think everyone knows what's happening here, and it's a wait and see situation. If Fraser's won five goals, Fraser's won 5 games, his 5 games that he's coached. If it's not for lack of a better word, fluke, and we continue to see some really good form for the rest of the season, you would say it's probably his job if he wants it. And you would say he probably does want it, but you don't want him to come out. Imagine the questions he'd be getting and the scrutiny and the pressure that the team would be under if he came out being like, yeah, I want the job. Then we're back in the same situation as we were at the start of the year. So I think it makes more sense to play it cool, take it 1 week at a time, and just see what happens rather than put unnecessary pressure on yourself and the team. Just see what he's capable of. And, we were speaking about this with Dad during the week, and he said there's a reason why Fraser was brought in, and it was probably because they knew that Voss wasn't going to last the season, realistically. So, he was brought in to play this role and test him out and see what happens. And, he's shown really good form so far. So let's just see what happens for the rest of the season. We're in no rush to appoint a new head coach. I think the timeline they put on it was they want someone appointed by end of home and away. Situations probably change a little bit now that there's potential that we'll be playing wild card. I can't even believe we're saying that. So you would say probably until the season's done, we won't know what the coaching situation is. And it will really depend on how the rest of the season plays out. Because if we have a really good season, dare I say, he probably will be Fraser that's in that chair next year and beyond.
Yeah, to infinity.
And I would be happy if he shows like good form and he's earned it.
Mm.
Give him and he wants it, obviously, but I imagine he would. Give it a go. Let him have it. Let him have it. He's
Yeah.
an untried coach, technically, but tried kind of. So
Yeah. Well, he's coached 2 teams himself, like the Bull Ants.
mhm.
Then he was coaching Collingwood's VFL team as well. So he has technically,
Yeah, but not
been the
AFL.
head coach
Yeah.
of a team without, of course, being a head coach at senior level. So he's got the chops to do it. And it just reminds me of when, going back weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and I was keen for us to make a coaching change in season because I was keen to see who would step in. And it's making the most of the rest of the season in terms of getting someone or giving someone a chance to audition for the job.
Mm. Mhm.
And it's a rare thing to do. I mean, a lot of the time coaches are sacked at sort of the bye, sort of around about this time of the season. But he's had, an extra 5 or so weeks, 6 weeks, including the bye week, to audition for the role. And it's a sample size of an extra 5 weeks for him to show us he's capable of being a senior coach. You think back to when Teague was brought in as the, interim coach when Bolton was given the ask, which was around about the mid-season bye point. And I think he ended up having, I think it was 6 wins in the end. And I think it was 6 wins and might have been 4 or 5 losses, something. I'll have to have a look. But I know people have spoken about Teague, like the worry about bringing in an interim coach as the senior coach off the back of what happened to Teague. But
Mm.
you can't use one, past incident
No.
to therefore say it's going to be the same thing. Like they made a very good point on Footy Classified that it's a completely different administration, different
Yep.
head of footy. We've got a different CEO, different
Yep.
president even. Like it's a whole sweeping changes across the board. And speaking of board, I think there are a couple of different people at board level even. So, it's not entirely the same people making the exact same appointment of this interim coach, potentially if he
No.
does end up being the senior coach. So, there's no worries for me anyway about, them choosing the wrong person. And it gets back to that point. I'm happy with the fact that we did give Voss the tap on the shoulder and we're able to get Fraser in so early so he can show his wares and prove that he is capable of being the senior coach. And, now it is the point where the media, all they can talk about and speculate every single week, as you've said and as we've been saying, is asking the question, are you ready to coach? Are you going to step into the, are you going to
Every
audition for the
time they
role?
speak to him,
Yeah.
what do they think he's gonna turn around and be like, "Yes,
Yeah.
I am going." Like, it's not gonna happen. Just give it a rest. Find something
But
else. It's actually lazy.
it is
Find
like there's
something
no other
else to
angles.
ask about. Yep.
And I don't understand, like, if he was to turn around and say, "Yeah, I'll go through the process," they write an article and it lasts for, a few days in terms of the news cycle and then disappears. What then do they ask after that?
Mhm.
So it's like they're hanging their hat on this one question that they want answered, but it's not gonna change anything really. It's like, okay, well, it's what we all suspect is gonna be the case where he's going to he's auditioning for the role as it is, and he will, I imagine, apply for the role and go through the process of the interview. So I don't know, it's just a really stupid roundabout media thing. I don't know. Dean, he's speaking about Voss here tonight, spoke about keeping your defensive density. Yeah, there you go. Plugging or just flooding the entire defensive half and forward half as well. Petra, that huge inflatable Carlton beanie was strange. They even bought a big bomber. What was that?
Oh, I did see actually, I saw a clip of Jagger today. He was patting a goat. So, context, I think this week it's kids round at
So he was patting himself?
no, he wasn't. He was calling the goat Harry Dean, which I thought was quite
Oh,
funny.
that is good.
So I think this week is kids round or something. So there's a lot of kids activations happening, and they were outside Marvel Stadium, and there was a big inflatable person wearing like it looked like Captain Carlton, like in Willy Wonka, Veruca Salt when she has the bubble gum and goes like big ball.
Yeah.
It looked like that, but in a Carlton outfit and in an Essendon outfit. And they were behind where the media conference was happening. I did see it. I did. It did look quite odd, but I think that's the context because it's kids around. They obviously were having some sort of activation out at the front. And then I saw the clip of Jagger patting a goat, and the guy holding the goat awkwardly was like, "Do you want to hold him?" Or someone said off camera, like, "Do you want to hold him?" Jagger was like, "No, that's fine. I'm happy just patting him." Like, it was very, very awkward. Anyway, this
Very
goat's
strange.
named Harry Dean.
It's like the thing we were chatting about recently about kids shows being like you almost need to have dropped a tab of acid or smoked a massive joint to come up with like the idea for the concepts of many of these
Yeah.
kids shows. It sounds like that is the same sort of thing where it's like if you'd smoked a joint, you would have probably like, oh yeah, there's someone in some inflatable, like would have made more sense.
Try and find it. It would look quite funny as a backdrop of a serious press conference.
So was
Pretty
it
funny.
Carlton's press conference?
I think it would have been the AFL's press conference, I imagine, because they
I'll
were
try.
launching this kids round,
Oh, okay. I'll try
in
and
my
find it.
guess. The school holidays start next week, so I think it's like kids go free or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. And they
You know, they
also
do that.
go free. They go free, and they also get access to one pre-rolled joint.
They're like, look at all these cool activations. Yeah, I love Harry Dean. I
Yeah,
love him.
yeah, he's a gun, and he is catapulting. He's going to the moon in terms of the discussion about the rising star, is he not? Which you reminded me about for good reason. Explain to the good people as to why that was.
Oh, I'm not going to explain because we don't talk about those things on this channel,
No,
but
we can. We just don't endorse it, but
we
it's
don't
fine.
endorse this. A few weeks ago I thought, oh, Harry Dean's like probably a smoky for the rising star. Like I'll see what's going on in that department.
What
And I might have
department?
put and I might have dabbled in a little bit of favoriting Harry Dean for something. And
Something.
yeah, like the
What are you talking about? People don't know what you're talking about. What context?
I'm not saying it. Anyway,
Punting,
and
betting.
mhm, nothing crazy. Just like less than $5. That's
It's fine.
about as crazy as I get. Anyway,
Didn't put the house
and
on.
no, I didn't. Don't say that. And his odds were remarkable, and they've come in like a lot.
It's
Four favourites.
remarkable. You sound like you should be working for the club. With some of the stuff you're peddling out to avoid
Prime
your dancing. Hey?
a politician.
Yeah.
Long story short, when I saw it weeks ago, he was sitting at about $67 odds. And today when I had a look, because it was funny because I saw the thing with Jagger with the goat and it reminded me of Harry Dean. I'm like, oh yeah, he is a goat. I wonder what he's like looking at in the odds wise now for Rising Star. And I went and had a look and it's come in. He's fourth favourite. And there's been a lot of chat in the media. And I just want to say we were speaking about this weeks ago.
Yep. Exactly. He's got copped a fair bit of attention, which is good, rightfully so.
Well,
He's like
Weeders is
Jagger's
there,
been awesome, but
Mm.
Dean has been, especially in the context without Wiedering being there,
Mm.
he has had to step up, and he's still undersized. Like he hasn't got much muscle on his body, yet he's playing a key defensive post, and doing it very, very well. He's an absolute gun. So you might be onto what's the cash out value on that?
I
You know?
only put a minimal. So can I also just say, you make fun of me when I do these kinds of dabble in these kinds of things. You're like, there's absolutely no way. When
No, I
Cripps
didn't.
won the
I did not. I said
were
Jagger was favourite.
exactly.
Yes.
Anyway, when Cripps won the Brownlow, the second one, they got to a point at the start of the season where I was like, he's going to win the Brownlow. I can see it happening. And I may have dabbled it a little bit. And you're like, that's ridiculous. He's not going to win. Right. And then as the season kept going and going and going, the conversation then changed to, well, why didn't you put more money on?
I remember I said you could have got better odds if you shopped around.
No, that's
Because
not what we're talking about.
I
I
of course,
want to
yes.
talk about this. This is not
I
nice
of course Go shopping for the best odds. Of course, we're talking about shopping, not of what is it? What are we talking about?
Next.
Politician. Anyway, Dean says, Voss sounds even worse after hearing Fraser speak for the last 5 weeks.
Because he doesn't say anything. He just speaks in circles. Like
Yeah,
I just was.
yeah. You've seen enough of Voss. You're channeling him. Dynamic. I was wondering what that was actually. You've answered my question. As have we, talking about just smoking a big spliff. That'll get you through. That answers everything. That's the only reason they're getting Voss around the traps. They want a soundbite.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
surprised because he kind of went into hiding, and it seems like maybe he's come out and accepting stuff this week, because I was actually shocked that no one had interviewed him today. And then when I saw Jackie, I keep wanting to call her the wrong name, Jackie Falgate. When I saw the interview with Jackie Falgate, I was actually surprised that that was the first interview he's done. So obviously he's sounds like if he was on Fox, maybe gunning for a bit of a media career next, possibly.
Mm. Yeah, which I think back in the day, he, if my memory serves correct, when he retired, I think he did some work for Channel 10 back in the day as like a special comments person, early days.
Mm.
But I know he did do the interview after he finished up at the club with Damien Barrett, but he towed a pretty straight line and didn't give anything.
Yeah, but you can't really say anything in that situation. I
Yeah, a
think
fair bit of
most people
time's
wanted
passed.
to hear from him now, being like, "They've won 5 games. What do you
Mm,
think?" kind of thing. Mm.
yeah. Like, how do you feel being exposed as an absolute fraudster? That's the question I'll be posing. And yes, Kane Corns, if you're tuning in randomly, those are the hard-hitting questions that we would be posing if he was featuring on the little channels. Dynamic. That's the only reason they're getting Voss around the traps. Yet, soundbite, exactly. Petrarch Jagger is a very level-headed and being a leader in his junior football years, he dealt with the questions like a pro. Yep. Yeah, you can tell the way he speaks, 100%.
Hey, and I think we talked about this. I can't remember if we talked about this here, if we talked about this in real life, but he got interviewed by Fox Footy or something post match. I can't remember which match it was. And they were kind of like making fun of how well he spoke, like saying he was
Mm,
really well media trained and stuff. Like, don't kick the kid, like when he's doing a good job,
yeah,
just leave him. Like, he doesn't sound like he's overly rehearsed or anything. He just answers. He doesn't give them what they want. Obviously, he's very well spoken.
yeah, that's a classic tall poppy syndrome
Yeah.
moment there. Jonas says, Damo, don't let Tony Jones around Mrs. Edge. Might have another Beck Judd highlight. I think he copped a bit of flack from a youngster, Reese. I can't remember who the player was, but gave it back to Tony Jones. There was like a clip that was doing the rounds early season. I
Don't
can't
know.
remember who it was, but he deserves it. Dean, Laura Spurway and AW is the one that's really annoying me. Keeps saying it will go against Fraser in future interviews because he keeps saying he doesn't want the Carlton job.
That's what he's saying to media, though. We don't know what he's
Yeah,
saying to Davies
internally.
and yeah, internally. We don't know what he's actually saying.
Yeah,
He doesn't have
but
to tell us the truth.
yeah, exactly. I don't think it does any harm to him because if anything, it's probably positive. Like if he's like, oh, I don't think I'm ready for the job, but yet he's getting results. Like if he just turns around and has a mindset of, okay, well maybe I'm ready. Well, he's ready. The results are proving it.
But I heard him speak. I can't remember when I heard him speak in something. It might have been post match. He's kind of shifting slightly what he's saying. Kind
Mm,
of. It's not like completely now, like, no, I'm not ready. It's kind of like, oh, we're seeing how like he's not saying that he's going for the job, but he's kind of shifting what he's saying like, we're sort of just seeing how things play out, or I'm growing a lot. Like he's kind of saying that sort of stuff now as well. Just like slight shifts. But he doesn't have to tell us the truth in the media to what
mm,
he's telling people internally.
exactly. Yeah, he did. He started coaching at Gold Coast. I forgot that. Yeah, he's been around the traps for a fair while. So he's done an apprenticeship at not just one club. He's been at quite a number of clubs and different roles. He's been a development coach as well, which
Mm.
was a shift in role at Collingwood as well. And I think it might have been when he was first at Carlton, and then he went to Collingwood, and he's come back again. So Yeah, he's done a fair bit around the traps. I did like as well, I don't know if I can find the clip, but where he was on, Gary Lyon was interviewing him, and he again was
That's
trying to
maybe
get
where I
a
saw it. Sorry,
yeah,
continue.
he was trying to fish for a gotcha moment and asked him the question, when Michael Voss was at the helm, and now looking back on that time now as a senior coach, did you have ideas around the way that you would have liked to have coached the team or prepared for things? And I loved it, the fact that he was just like, I wanted to, make players accountable and have genuine, what was it? It was
I think it's maintain selection integrity.
selection integrity. Yep. So
Mm,
that there just speaks to what all of us supporters have been observing, and none of
mm.
the media have picked up on that. And that's part of the reason why we, the new age, the fan driven creator content, is better than mainstream media, because we can observe these things. And only now they're like, oh, wait a second, that's a good point from Fraze. We're all across it. And Fraze was as well, which is quite funny to see, because he would have been just as frustrated, I imagine, going into like the match committee ahead of a game and being like, okay, yep, well, I reckon so and so should get a gig. And you can just imagine around the table, they'll all be throwing out names, and then Voss is like, no, we're going my way. I don't think Ison's ready. I don't think Wilson's ready. All these guys that have stepped up and actually started performing. So
And meanwhile, Ison hasn't seen an AFL loss.
yes, exactly. He's still on the team.
So
And I reckon he's there for that reason.
talking about lucky charms, we still don't know whether it's Josh Fraser, likely, Jack Ison being featured in every game, or me being on the stream every Thursday. It's one of the three. And I almost didn't stream tonight because we do have a very big day tomorrow.
Mm.
We're going to the Wiggles concert, so massive day, other stuff as well. But I thought I can't not stream just in case it's a curse and we lose. So just have to see what happens.
We'll get the win. Doesn't matter. We've signed, sealed, and delivered now. Excuse me. Dean Fraser has a better CV than Hurd had when he was appointed as coach of Essendon first time. Yeah. All that Hurd needed to do was lift up his shirt and show his red sash on his chest, and he's in.
Did you
Which is
see
still the
that
case now.
Essendon? Well, did you see that Essendon supporters are going to be doing, or apparently, I don't know who's starting it, but they're going to be doing a protest on September the 4th, apparently, for Hurd. The
Really?
last time they won a final, the date they last won a final was
Oh.
September 4th or something. And they're going to, I can't remember if I'm making this up, but I think it was something like block the Westgate. I could be wrong.
Are you serious?
Block the Westgate in protest for Hurd on September 4th, I think.
That is literally cultist behavior. There is no other word for it. It is literally cultist behavior. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he's been out of the game for how long now? And they want him back in the club, probably even more than what they did initially.
And he had that massive scandal.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Yes, Jack, spot on. What a difference City. Maybe that was the tonic. That's all Mr. Voss needed to do, was just get back in the coach's box, get on the blower, and you're all good, mate. You're all good. He's stuffed up. The simple things. Simple things. Rainer 6, there you go. It's for Teague. 6 wins, 5 losses.
Yeah. But was Teague an assistant for a significant amount of time, or was it his first year being an assistant?
He was an assistant at West Coast, Adelaide, from memory.
No, but sorry, at Carlton. Was it at his first? How Fraser's first year being an assistant? Was it the same situation?
No, I think he'd been at the club for maybe a couple of seasons at least.
So you're already part of kind of the problem.
Mm.
You're probably going to bring in.
Yeah, it's true.
Old
style, yeah. Whereas Fraser's still that new mentality from outside the club. Yeah, it's a good point. Dean says, can't compare Teague to Fraser either. Remember Teague's presses, they were worse than Voss's. Yeah, going around in circles. And how can we forget as well the green shoots
Oh, I
Brendan
was
Bolton.
literally just thinking that Bolton's presses were probably the worst.
Yeah,
Malthouse's were the most entertaining.
I did feel sorry for him because he was being fed a lot of those lines and
Mm,
wasn't allowed to show which he did kind of towards the back end when he was growing awfully frustrated with the way the team was playing, and he was
mm,
like the cracks were showing, and he was kind of showing his true self.
yeah.
Which I'd obviously been at the club then and seeing the way he would be interacting with players, and I'm like, this is not the real Bolton. But yeah, he was kind of fed all these lines, and he was virtually made to be a bit of a robot, which yeah, kind of was not fair on him. But
No,
yeah,
but a lot of coaches that happens too. It's just
yeah, but he
yeah.
was like everything was ironed. There was no
Mm,
wrinkles where he was able to be himself. But
yeah.
yeah. Anyway, Petra, the club needs to go through the coach selection process. If Fraser wants the job, he can apply. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
There's no jumping the queue. That's
No.
like he's got wins on the board, which is great. It shows that he can adapt in the role. But yeah, he still needs to prove that he has like a direction going forward beyond this year. Like what does he want to do? Develop the team, bringing youngsters. There's different tiers to just game day coaching and coaching through the week at training. It's long term, which is what the club is obviously going to be looking for as well. But that's the other thing is like I was chatting about earlier with him being in these roles where he's been a development coach. That I think will go a long way because he knows how to develop youngsters, and
Mm,
Jagger's spoken so highly of him already. And it kind of gives a little bit of an insight into the way that he deals with the younger brigade in the team. And we're already seeing the way that they're responding in terms of their form by getting, gigs at senior level. Like Wilson is showing the best he's shown at senior level. And there must be elements of him being given, the autonomy to go about doing his own thing without critique, and knowing that if he maybe has a little bit of a down game, that he's not going to be dropped the very next week,
yeah.
which we saw tended to be the case under the Mr. Voss, as I'll call him. So yeah, there's something to it, I think, there with the development side of things, and that's been a big issue, I think, at the club across the journey. But it just helps that we have some, uber talented youngsters in the form of Dean and Jagger, and they'll probably be successful in their own right. But we have these guys still coming through that are, second, third, fourth round picks that still need some development and leadership and coaching to get the best out of them. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Nath says, Fraser and the club are playing this perfectly. We're in no rush to make any decisions. Footy is fun for us again, and I'm really enjoying just looking forward 1 week at a time.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
Even though
Don't-
apparently we have no wild card aspirations because we're taking it 1 week at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Dynamic, 12 years he's been in the coaching game. There you go. He was appointed coach of Gold Coast Rezzies in 2014. There you go. Another string to his bow, feather in his cap. It's good. Jonas, we are going to keep winning, and the club will have no choice. He's getting the head job for sure. Jonas, I know deliberately you put that phrasing in there. Yes, he's being given the senior job, and he's being given the head job probably as well. So thank you, Jonas. That's just for you. Reno, kids go free this month. There you go. Dynamic, yeah, it was kids around, and they basically just interrogated Jake around Voss and Josh. Classic media.
Oh,
Nath,
awesome.
very nice, mate. That is good fun.
How old is your son? Just out of curiosity. What is the perfect age? Because obviously our son is way too small. Oh, do you have the monitor, by the way? Because I don't.
He's sleeping. He is here. He's joining in on the stream.
Great.
Whilst, yeah, completely out of it. Jack, it's on the Facebook official page. Okay, go and check it out. Raina, yes, indeed, have an amazing day, Nath. I can't wait until we can bring little Felix along.
Yeah, I think Marvel is a good. We're at Marvel this week, aren't we? Surely, aren't we?
Yes, I think we're at Marble. Yes.
Yeah, I think Marvel is a great introduction to footy. Like the
Yeah,
MCG is better. The MCG is better, but for kids, Marvel is a much better experience.
but it's closed roof, and you need the air
Yeah,
flowing for any
kids,
pathogens.
kids.
Especially pathogens talking about the Collingwood fan base if we bring into a Collingwood Carlton game.
Collingwood Carlton's at the MCG. It's not going to be at the Marvel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll do it at the MCG. Perfect.
No,
We don't
I
want
know Bill
pathogens.
and Ben and Mr. Squiggle.
I don't know Bill and Ben. I know Mr. Squiggle.
Bill
Hurry
and
up.
Ben, the flower pot
Hurry up.
men.
Which
Bill
one?
and Ben, the flower pot men.
Ah, they were weirdo kid shows. There was another one as well. What's it called? And it was like a doll, a faceless doll.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but it was very, very freaky.
Mm.
Don't know what they were
All
doing.
the HR Puffin stuff. That's some cooked stuff. That's what that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Upside down, Miss. Oh yeah, upside down. Miss. They're all good. Basil Brush was my favourite. Okay, that's it. Hurry up, hurry up. The blackboard. I miss Mr. Squiggle. Indeed, I grew up with the Mr. Squiggle shorts, and look what's happened to me. Are you still wearing them, Petra? Wear them at training next time I see you, mate. I'm sure there'll be really tight shorts like Warwick Capper would wear back in his playing days. Jonas, a hybrid animal goat, often referred to as a sheep goat hybrid or geep, is a crossbreed between a sheep and a goat.
Is this what Jagger was touching? Was he touching that, not a goat?
A geep or a jeep? Is that like in The Simpsons, Jonas? You'll like this. You'll appreciate this because you're a Simpsons fan. But when they have tobacco, which is like a tomato tobacco hybrid plant, and they start eating tomatoes and they get addicted to it because it's filled with tobacco. Tobacco, like a geep. Adventure Island, says Petra. He is Mr. Squiggle with lots of fun for everyone. I'm a little lost, to be honest, says Raina. Adventure Island. It's Jungo. Yeah. Well, that's a blast from the past. There we go. Dean was at $34 before the GWS game.
I got him like double that. Literally double that.
Amazing. Blana Splits, I don't know that. Deadly Earnest. Everyone's reminiscing now. There you go. Yeah, wow, Petra. Petra has a time machine. I am convinced. He has got a DeLorean and he goes back and relives memories and then comes back to the stream and says, do you remember this? Because he's got that mind for delving back into the decades. It's going back to the 70s. Very good. Dynamic. I don't know Deadly Earnest, but it was just a bit before my time. There you go, Petra. 63. Vintage. You're only 2 years older, mate. There you go. Senior players. Yeah, he put you on the senior supplementary list. Rainer, he was at the Bullants in 2021, 22 before going to Collingwood. Wiggles concert. Yes, we are going to the Wiggles concert with our little man, who's tagging along. We're just going because we're massive fans, but we thought we'd bring him along as well. But no, it should be good fun. He is a massive fan. Like, of all the shows that pop up on screen, he has his favorites here and there. But every time the Wiggles is on screen, he stands up and hangs onto the side of his playpen, like because there's goats in there as well, or geeps, and it starts dancing. He only does that for the Wiggles, so he's a big fan. Hopefully, he's doing that at the footy as well when we're kicking goals, winning games.
Well, we've programmed. I don't know if you guys know what this is. You probably wouldn't if you don't have kids. There's these things called a Tony's box, and they're like we should actually show them what it is. It's like a little box, and there's these little characters that you can buy, and you put the character on top of the box, and then it sings or it reads stories or whatever it is for that character. And we programmed one of the characters that when he puts it on the Tony's box, it sings the Carlton theme song. So yeah, we're starting the brainwashing very early.
We should get the clip up and show people, but maybe for next time. This is what it looks like virtually. It's some little, a boom box just in a cube.
It's like the modern version of a CD player or a cassette player for kids.
Yeah. And you can put your own songs and stuff on it, but they come preloaded as well. Those little characters, you pop it on top. They're magnetized, and then they sing or they say different phrases and everything else. So there you go. That's one way to get him used to the da 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 da, which he has, like saying dad 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 is virtually him saying da 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 da. He's just got to slow it down and just break it up. So he's already partway there. Dean Fraser also speaks about the conversations he has with assistant coaches during the week and how that feeds into the team's preparation. Yeah, none of that from Voss across his journey. It definitely reeked of his way or the highway. And you can see it with team selection and playing favourites with certain players and, non-favourites with certain players as well. It's a big difference. Dynamic, you have to be here, Mrs. Edge. We're a one-sided blade otherwise. That's a very good point, Dynamic. That must say as well, that avatar of Josh Bootsma, every time I see it, I get reminded of what's her name? Name was just in my head, popped out of my head. The PM that we used to have.
Julia Gillard.
Reminds me of a hybrid of Julia Gillard if she was wearing a clown wig.
Dude, looks nothing like her.
It is. It's the face.
No.
It is. Good old Bootsma. Raina, thank God we're not Essendon supporters. Yeah, we'd be pathogens as well if we were Essendon supporters there. Dean and Fraser talks about conversations he has with the line coaches in the box on game day, which Voss couldn't do because he was never in the bloody box. Exactly. And he'd be playing Chinese whispers because Jordan Russell was on the back bench on the phone, feeding the messages from the coaches in the coaches box back to Voss, and then vice versa.
What does Jordan Russell do now? He must be out of a job.
He would be out of a job. What'd you say?
I'm out of a job.
I'm out of a job. They're still our gerbs. Yeah. It's a wonder he didn't walk with Voss because he's like, you know what, stuff it. I've got nothing to do now. What do I do?
Imagine he secretly hated it and he's like, oh, game day, I've got to sit there and relay messages the whole time. Maybe he's relieved.
Yeah, thank God. I haven't noticed if he's actually up in the coach's box or if he's still on the bench. Be keen to see if anyone knows or has seen it in the broadcast. Let us know. Jack, he was the twos coach, talking about Fraser. Yep, indeed he was. Dynamic, when they signed up Teague, I said to my missus at the presser, see you back here in 2 years. That was an embarrassment. Yeah, it was. And the Teague train, as we all called it. Well, not all of us, but yeah, the media was definitely
driving you called it that. I'm pretty sure I recall a tweet that you made.
Yeah, well, you've got to call it the Teague train because everyone else was talking about it affectionately, but the media was driving it, and yeah, it's obviously hit a brick wall, derailed. Raina Bolton kept talking about pressure. Yeah, pressure. Here's a question. What's happened to Cooper Lord? Yeah, Lord, I don't know how he's going in the VFL.
Staph infection?
He did. Yeah, he had a staph infection and then came back, and then I don't know if the form just doesn't warrant him, and it probably doesn't help as well. The team is in winning form, so it's hard to justify getting rid of certain players. Like, I said in my review of the past two games that Dirksen hasn't looked the best, but he's played enough of a role to retain his spot in the team. But if Wheaties came back, he would have been probably first on the outer. But to that point, why would you change anything? Don't change your winning formula. So that's probably injured. Yeah, unless someone's injured. So Coops, I think he just has to bide his time until someone gets injured or the team loses a game. Someone needs a rest. Yeah, but he's still a good prospect, that's for sure. Petra, on Tuesday, I went to training and spoke to a man for about 30 minutes. He was an Essendon fan, so I asked what he was doing at training. He said he was watching his grandson Ison train. Yeah,
nice.
That's cool. Cool guy. Dean, the greatest indictment on Voss's failure to develop young talent is a player who isn't even at the club anymore. Yes, Corey Durden. Now, he was, I don't know why, but a fair chunk of our supporter base saw him as a whipping boy, or they treated him as such. And I thought it was really strange because he was one of my favourites in terms of I actually preferred him over Jesse Motlop, which is probably no surprise because I'm not a massive fan of Jesse, even though he's talented, but I don't think he can realise it. Compared to Durden, he's got all the makings of being like he's got maturity. He's shown enough signs now, especially at Port, where he's kicking goals, at least a goal a week. And he might be leading their goal kicking or thereabouts at Port Adelaide. So he's showing now in a different system, he's getting results. So, yeah, totally good point there, Dean. Just another young player that goes elsewhere and different coach, different system, and getting it done. Rayner always assumed that Bolton was the development coach, and after his third year, he was going to hand over, but got a fourth season and was sacked. It sure seemed that way because the way he was coaching, he was kind of developing things from like setting foundations, like developing a system around defense, and then would progress into the midfield and then attack. And he was kind of building layers, and it was definitely a long-term thing. But I wonder if the club just turned around and was like, well, we're not getting results. So, such is the old method at Carlton where we just get rid of a coach because the media is putting pressure on, the fans aren't happy or impatient, which is kind of a bad trait of the Carlton supporter base. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know if he was much of, I think tactically, and he probably showed it when he was at Collingwood as an assistant coach. I think he's a great assistant, even when he was at Hawthorn, of course, but as a senior coach, I don't think was the best communicator. He wasn't the strongest communicator. Let's say that. Like he had a background in teaching, I think, but he didn't really come across as someone that had a background in teaching. It was very strange, but yeah, he I think was really good tactically minded, but I don't think he was a great or the strongest communicator, which Voss may have been. It might have been the opposite. Voss might have been, decent communicator with the players to a point, but tactically he lacked a fair bit. So you've got to have someone that, I think Fraser seems that sort of bloke where he's got a good tactical nous, but also a great communicator, can speak really well, as we've seen in the media. And you can just tell behind the scenes that, and he's no fuss. Like they cut to him in the coach's box in the broadcast and he's not cracking the shits. He's not even smiling. It reminds me a bit of Frio's coach a bit, who's very, very similar sort of demeanor. But yeah, he's just like, nothing gets to him.
And he loves the hoodie.
Yeah, loves the hoodie, which I love as well. It's such an un-Carlton thing where they have you make you wear business attire. Like when I was working at the club, running around filming, I was expected to wear slacks and shoes, to which I said, ridiculous. So you can thank me.
Because you prefer to go barefoot, don't you?
Yeah, exactly right.
Get the dogs out.
Get the dogs out as opposed to sprinting in business shoes. Silly. Jack, awesome. Catch up, mate. What?
Yeah, you're taking a long time going through the comments.
Oh, no, I'm catching up. Don't worry about that. My son is 4, calls the players characters. Characters. Like a Marvel film. There's Thor, there's Iron Man, there's the Hulk. Well, Cripper is the Hulk. Classic. I like that. That's awesome. Dynamic. Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. Yeah, well, that's Paddy that was behind me before, but Felix is our son, which I don't think when he actually gets to school, I don't think kids of the current generation would even know about Felix at all. The black and white cat.
No, I don't think so.
Actually make that gag.
No.
Petra Ison's grandfather said he was worried about Thursday night selection. He thought Jack may get dropped. Yeah, I think a lot of us thought that he probably was due for a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
Like he burst on the scene. That was probably to his detriment because it's so hard to try and keep those standards. And for someone who's still quite raw, he probably deserved a bit of a rest in the seconds, much like the old Bunsen did. Of course, Taylor Byrne, and he's since come back from the VFL and looking pretty good. G'day, Jack. Hope you're well, mate. He says, g'day, guys. Happy with the result tonight. I haven't been here in a while, mate, but how good are the Blues rolling since Vossi's left? The Geelong was probably your best win in 5 years. Yep, exactly. Now, Jack is a Lions man, and he's got a bit of a loose connection, not to Vossi himself, but around the scenes. I won't explain how, but Jack's been a great supporter of ours, both here and on Supercoach Edge, my other channel. But he's been given some nice little insights to myself. And, mate, you would be across this. And we are celebrating. We are celebrating because we're seeing results and we're being coached to the best of our abilities, I think, with the players that are performing as well as they can be. Getting the best out of your players, that's all you ask. But good to have you on board, Jack. And your Lions got the job done tonight as well. So you'd be a happy little camper yourself as well. But hope you're well, mate. You know what I mean there. And all the very best to you. Jonas, you haven't done the Matty Cottrell harmonica clip. Forget the Wiggles, take the baby to I will get that up on screen, I reckon.
That was brilliant.
That was very, very funny.
I
And
must
that's like,
say it was quite funny because I don't know where you were, but you weren't in the room when that was being shown, and it was just me and Dad watching it, and Dad had no idea what was going on. I kind of had to explain the backstory of, there's like a TikTok clip of Matt Cottrell playing the harmonica. I think it's linking to that, but yeah, very, very funny. And then you came a couple of hours later. Oh, Matt Cottrell played the harmonica, harmonica in the song. Very good.
Here it is here. Does it play?
Can't really hear it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Heard the start, didn't hear much else. Now we can hear it. We should have got a harmonica.
I love how it just keeps going.
It's good to see them enjoying it as well and not taking it so seriously. I think that's been really nice to see.
Yeah, it gives a bit of an insight into the just the freedom that they're having and they're playing with on field, getting results. So psychologically, they've had a nice little refresh. And yeah, I wonder if he's always wanted to get it out, and yet Voss has been like, "No, mate, we're not doing that.
Nah, I don't reckon. I think it was probably just the environment.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
I doubt it. Voss was not a dictator. Let's not, twist
No. Not twisting it. I'm not twisting it. I'm just having a gag. Just having a gag. Jack, how do you feel about the next few fixtures coming up? It's looking pretty good, isn't it? Next 2 games, West Coast, Richmond. But then it gets a little bit harder after that. We've got games against the Hawks. Hopefully, I mean, I'm obviously stoked with all the wins we're having and the results we're getting. But can we please, Josh, get a result against that mob, Collingwood? That would stick it up them, especially being an ex-Pie himself. Would have a bit of knowledge as well coming from their coaching ranks in recent seasons. So, Josh, if he delivers that, I reckon off the back of that win, you're in. You're in, mate. You're in.
Eddie said that. Eddie said that on Footy Classified. He said if they beat Collingwood, then Fraser's got the job for sure.
I got to keep playing those kids. Yep. Sooty was a hand puppet I still have somewhere. Yeah, Sooty was, I remember him. Good to see we made no changes this week. Gives the young players confidence. Yep. And I think it was, I saw a tweet saying that this is the second time we've been unchanged.
Sorry, I've just read the comment that you put up.
Was that short videos, not short pants?
Okay, very shorts,
good. The shorts.
Are you wearing shorts? Do you still wear them? He's talking about shorts, not shorts.
Yeah. Talking about your shorts, but now that you're talking about shorts, I understand what you mean now. I'm disappointed, Petra. Very disappointed.
Oh, that's great.
But I think, someone said that this is the second time that we've been unchanged for a season and a bit or something. Surely they can't be right.
I don't know. We've had a lot of injuries the last few years, so.
But like in terms of like unforced changes.
Oh, unforced.
Yeah. Like if you have the choice to not make any changes, it probably dates back to, would it date back to 20? I don't know if anyone knows in the chat or if you can find out, but I can't remember where I saw the tweet, but I was like, yeah, interesting. Jack agrees. Yeah, Flynn. Yeah, if he gets a crack, we'll wait and see with the newbie Flynn Riley. Jonas, a growler bear. Here he goes. Is a hybrid between a grizzly bear and a polar bear, resulting from their mating when their habitats overlap, often due to climate change. Mate, is this ChatGPT? Are you a robot? That would be a plot twist after all this time, Jonas, after the 6 seasons that we've had you supporting us on across just this channel, but also Supercoach Edge. That would be a plot twist. He continues. These hybrids possess a mix of characteristics from both parent species and have been confirmed in the wild since 2006. Interesting. There you go. Learn something new every day, especially when Jonas is a part of the stream. Flynn Riley looks good. They will play him, I think. He has only been given a 6-month contract. Yeah, I thought that was interesting as well. Surely beyond 6 months, they give him another crack, considering that he was the man that we selected with our only pick in the mid-season rookie draft. And we know of him anyway, like he's playing in our seconds. So, yeah. 53 hitouts last week. There you go. A losing team too. Raina, I bought the Disney one for my nieces when Disney was safe for kids.
Tony's?
I'm up Tony's. Yeah, I took our Baby Blue memberships for our children when they were born.
Yep, we've done
Which
that.
we did. Yep.
He's a little tacker.
Julia Gillard, yep. Lord also copped a concussion. Yeah, he did as well, didn't he? He returned and yeah, he's had a bit of a run-in with injuries, poor bloke. I remember people singing the John Lennon song, "Are we all we are saying is give Teague a chance." I don't remember that. Pathetic. Pathetic. Lord was a shining light in 2025, I thought. Yep, he definitely was. Durden has kicked 20 goals this season. There you go. Wow. Jonas Sturkson made some Lewis Young level errors versus GWS, but apart from that, was pretty good. Yeah, I think he took, I think it was like 6 intercept marks or thereabouts. So he did redeem himself as the match went on, but it's just, I think his mistakes stand out because they're kind of simple mistakes or they're decision-based errors. But yeah, he's only played, 5 games in the senior team, so got to cut him some slack as well, I think. Dean, many of the great coaches were teachers, Park and Walls. There you go. Walls was my primary teacher. Wow, Jack, you are going back, mate. You got a time machine as well there. Petra, one of Fraser's strengths is delegating to his assistants and line coaches. Josh gave credit to Adam for shifting Hewitt onto Durham in the second half of the win against us. I didn't see that. Very nice. Dynamic, I feel like they need to give Ison a job at least for part of the game. He was a bit aimless last week. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's there are like he's still young. He makes mistakes. I like his confidence, but I think it might have been in his second or third game. He had a moment where he was giving it to his opponent and gave away a free kick, almost like straight after. And I remember like your dad was watching with us, and I was like, I don't know if that's like it'll come with maturity and growth and whatnot, but you got to pick your moments when you're giving it to your opponents. And I think sometimes that high level of confidence can work against you at times. But yeah, he's young. You'll learn, and you'll still have those ebbs and flows in his game as well. Dean, isn't Peter Blucher Voss's manager? He is indeed. Or yeah, well, that might be a connection. Who knows, Dean? Who knows? It's not for us to say. Petra, dynamic. That's a good point. That small forward role can be a barren play sometimes. Give Ison a negating role sometimes. Wolsey, great man he was. Blues harp in C. I have one inside me.
Beside me.
Oh, beside me. Sorry, I still read that inside me.
Inside me.
I was like, what do you mean? I thought he was talking about like in his body, like in his system, in his heart. Freudian slip there. Jeez, I don't know if you've got literally a harp inside you. My word, that would be a Guinness World Record if that's the case. That sort of reminds me of Team America when he says, "It's like I've seen everything. You haven't seen everything. Have you seen a man eat his own head?" That is the same sort of thing. Have you ever seen a man fit a harp inside his body? Well, you haven't seen everything. Classic. Good stuff. Good stuff. Gee whiz, I got to clock off. Petra Wolsey was one of the Carlton greats, a man of integrity. He also encouraged and developed our players. There you go. See, we haven't said it. So, Jack, he is your old man. Dean McChins McGuire will be intolerable if we beat Collingwood. He'll be saying it took a Collingwood person to coach. Yeah, 100%. Always has got to twist it and inject Collingwood and like shoehorn Collingwood into like the.
Well, you know how Eddie was talking about, because you know how they've announced all those potential changes to the fixture and everything that's coming possibly, or they were discussing at the CEOs meetings this week when Tassie come in. Well, and then on Classified, Eddie was talking about how, you know, it should be that the players run out of the banner and then 2 minutes later the game starts. Apparently, Collingwood is trialing that against Geelong.
Yeah.
So I
Apparently.
heard that on Agenda Setters. So I'm like, is Eddie still at Collingwood? Is he still informing Collingwood, or is he still getting into, like, obviously he probably still involved in some capacity. And then we have the discussion of why is Eddie going to CEO meetings? We're assuming he is because he had a lot of intel, unless CEOs are ringing him up and giving him verbatim what happened. But anyway, crazy.
Yeah. It does make you wonder.
Collingwood.
Yeah. Jack, agree 100%. Petra. Is anyone agreeing about the harp inside of someone's body? I'm still waiting to see that. Dynamic. There's also a grenguin. Those poor little penguins. I don't know what that is. I've Googled grenguin and I can't find it. It came up with some person who was identifying as a penguin by the looks of it. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about there, Dynamic.
Grenguin.
Yeah. Is that Lawrence Angwin and I can't think of another player with Gren?
Or was it
It's part of
Greh? Penguin's got an N in it. I don't know.
Lawrence Angwin. Where do you guys sit at Marvel? Where do we sit?
Pretty close to the front,
Close to
and
wing.
we did a lasso once, and it was caught on camera, and we were on the broadcast.
Yes, it was. I was going to show it on screen, but I think we'll get flagged for copyright.
Get flagged, but it was
Yeah.
basically us going like this.
Actually, I'll get the screen. Actually, if I play it frame by frame, if I can control it, I might be able to show
Is it
you.
worth playing it? Is it that good to play it frame by frame?
It is. It's funny. But yeah, we sit just up from the bench, virtually on the just up from the between the wing and the half forward flank. So come and say
Close enough
g'day.
that they can hear us if we yell.
Yeah, exactly. And we can have a word to the coaches as they come down
Yeah,
the
it's where the
steps.
coaches come down. We've seen many a words said to many a coaches.
That's right. Dean Fagan Clarkson also teaches. Yep. Raina, I wasn't in Australia when Wall's self. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was assisted. I didn't realize it was that assisted. Yeah.
Voluntary
Interesting.
assisted. Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't in a good shape, so
No.
respect his decision. Petra, legend, mate. Thank you so much. The super chat of 5:13. I have a 5:30 a.m. alarm pending. Gee whiz, mate. Get some sleep. Good night, chat.
Yeah.
And good night to the married hosts. The live podcast worked nicely. Well, I
Thanks,
worked just as
Petra.
nicely with yourself joining us, Petra. So thank you so much, mate. Bid you farewell. Dynamic Bucky, also a teacher. He is indeed, Bucky. G'day to Bucky out there. Of course, the My Blue Heaven content creator, legend that he is. And funny man at that. I mean, every time I hear the name Bucky, I just have that image of that classic video in my head where he was smashing eggs over his head.
Yeah.
And he had like the Hawthorn players, like jumper numbers written on each one. He's like, Gunston fucking killed us. Weddle, he's run. Oh, it was amazing. It's just dripping with egg. Incredible. Maybe we should do one of those things.
No.
That would be quite funny.
I'm happy to smash eggs on your head, but not on my head.
What do you mean? I can do it together. So you're on this side, aren't you? Wait, this side. Oh, can't get my lefts and rights hard. Dean, Jack thought it was more than a coincidence.
Yeah.
You must have gone to Moreland Primary. Oh, geez, don't dox each other, ladies and gents. If you know what that is, it's revealing identities. Dynamic. I had to check my desk there for a second.
The harp.
Yeah, harmonica. Who was it? It was Howie.
Mouth organ. I heard it mentioned multiple times.
Like, surely he knows what a harmonica is. Mouth organ. Mate,
But I heard
get your head in the
multiple
game.
people call it a mouth organ.
I've never heard an harmonica called a mouth organ. It's literally the instrument is called a harmonica. My lord, a mouth organ. Ridiculous. What are they calling a guitar? A stringed instrument with a long neck. So dumb. A drum kit, bloody a bit of skin pulled over a circular device. Just stupid. And the fact that he mentioned it like multiple times. Like, surely
Oh my
it
God.
seemed as though he didn't know what it was called, but he kept calling it a mouth organ. He's waiting for someone to pull him up. Idiot. Raina, Ed is still very much, but harp. If you've got a harp up here, harmonica is a little bit more fit. Not that I'd recommend it. But you can understand it. Raina, Ed is still very much involved with Collingwood. Yeah, seems that way.
Fingers in lots of pies. Who's he getting paid by is what I want to know.
Mm.
Oh, a grizzly bear. Oh my God. Can I tell you, when I saw Grengwen, for some reason, this sounds so dumb. I thought it was a great white shark crossing a penguin.
Oh my lord. Yeah, actually, it's all right.
That was my first thought. I'm like, nah, that doesn't seem right.
Hold on. I think I've. Is this it? What have we got here? What have we got here? I think I've got something here. Let me get rid of this. Let me just share this screen. So, grizzly bear crossed with a penguin, apparently. Would it look anything like this?
Oh my God.
Look at the wings. That's the best thing ever. Although I do like the penguin's beak on the body of the bear. Like, yeah, gangster thug life. Like, if my claws don't get you, my beak will get you. We'll finish you off.
Oh my God. I think they're delirious.
Classic. Carl Norman was with Angwin. Yeah, it could be a Kangwin if it's a Carl Norman mixed with a Laurie Angwin. Kangwin. Might get ChatGPT to make me one of those. What's a Carl Norman mixed with a Laurie Angwin? It'll just be someone that's completely coked out of their brain. Jack, will you be going live tomorrow night after the game tomorrow? Also, mate, off to the rugby league tomorrow, but I'll be keen to join if you're having a live stream.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, yes, potentially. I mean, yeah.
You'll
Or
have
post
Friday
game's probably
night knockoffs.
Hey?
Friday night knockoffs. Oh, that's Felix.
Hey?
That's Felix's sock.
Oh, he's still asleep.
Oh, we'll be back in a second.
Yep. All right, we'll talk about penguins and Laurie Angwins. If you're referring to the Supercoach Edge live stream, mate, I will be indeed doing a live stream for Supercoach Edge. So check that out. Jump on, mate. Always keen to have you join us. A bit of fun. Everyone else as well. For those of you who, even if you don't play Supercoach, jump across to my other channel, Supercoach Edge. Search that and you'll find it. Give us a subscribe, follow, all that sort of stuff. And you can, I think we chat about Supercoach for maybe the first 15 minutes, if that. And then for like the rest of the hour-long plus stream, we just talk shit. Talk about footy in general and a few other different topics here and there, which was very hard-hitting last. Well, we spoke about a very, very important topic about mental health and a few other things here and there. So it was a really, really great stream to have. But if you're talking about a stream post the Carlton game, I'll be at the game on Saturday. So won't be doing it straight after the game. But when I do return home that night, I'm hoping to do a live stream there. Just passing the baby monitor. No, nothing cutting edge there. So yeah, look out for that. We'll try and do a stream potentially post game on Saturday as well. Otherwise, I'll of course just put out the usual review. Jack, yes, Petra. Then Mullen High. There you go. You've doxed yourself, mate. The Laurie Angwin Community Award. Laurie Angwin, he could have been anything. I still I still will push that every single day of the week. He could have been anything. He had an incredible leap. Didn't quite have the build or body for AFL. Needed a little bit more meat on the bones, as it were. But I remember in the pre-season that he had before he ended up getting the sack, kicked a bag of goals and was looking good. So, Laurie Angwin, hope you're well, mate. I think he's a tradie nowadays, of course. As you can see there, I'm still got the penguin and the grizzly bear up on screen there. Jonas, he is used to having other organs in his mouth. Jonas, classic humor. Like that, mate. Now we're on to talking about other past Carlton players. Carl Norman is walking off the ground with Dennis Pagan after a game against Collingwood when the Peter McCullen Cup was presented. Carl asked Pagan, Coach, who was that man who presented the trophy? He looked familiar. Pagan answers, Carl, that was John Howard, the Prime Minister of Australia. True story.
Oh dear.
Lord. That says a fair bit. Jonas, the ones I list are real. That's fake. Mate, this is not fake. This is not fake. This is when a grizzly bear and a penguin mate. This is what can happen. It might be a sort of a monstrosity you see in the next Jurassic Park, because they seem to be doing that, where they create just some monster raptor T-Rex, whatever it is. And this could be in the next installment. What would you rather face? What would you rather face? 50 penguin grizzly bears, the one on the right, or 100 penguin grizzly bears, one on the left? What is more fearsome?
So which would I rather face?
Yeah, you're in an enclosure, in a pen.
I would go with the one without wings because I am.
The one without wings, he will absolutely tear you to shreds. That's why you've only got 50.
But you're assuming that he's as tall as a grizzly bear. He might not be.
He is. He will have the stature of a grizzly bear, but he's got the claws to tear you to shreds, but he can't eat you. He's got the beak.
Yeah, well, good luck, fellas.
Well, you've chosen correctly because remember, penguins aren't the quickest. So the one on the left, he's got the snout to tear shreds off you with his mouth and his teeth, but he ain't catching you at all. You can run away from that thing. So I reckon you chose it correctly there.
Oh, well.
Well, see you later.
Let's
You're scared of the fact he's got wings.
Let's start wrapping this up because I can't be tired for the Wiggles tomorrow.
There you go. That's him on the left. Are you talking about these? That's Carl Norman on the left. Jamie, how are you, mates? And ladies and gents in the chat. Jack, yes, Friday night knockoffs is what I was referring to. Sorry, yeah. No worries. Angwin could play. He could play. Could have been anything if he wasn't an absolute idiot. Nath, Angwin and Norman could have been our centre-half forward and centre-half back for 10 years. Talent wasn't the issue. Yeah, they're both very talented. Very much so. And Raina, you know what happens when an elephant and poodle cross? Lord. Very good. Very good. That's like dad humor there, Raina. Very good. We'll pay that. Carl Norman could play as well. He was a bloody good kick. He did. Really good speed. Could read the play quite well. Good spoiling. Yeah. Fools.
I'm too young to remember.
Teamy Wiggles, cheap knockoffs from the Stars back in the day.
Well, Anthony's still there. Captain Feathersword's still there. And then the rest of the crew are all new. But I do like Lockie.
And who's the red wiggle?
Katarina or Simon.
Simon, who's just a baritone, because he's like a bloody opera singer. Yeah. He just does not fit. Doesn't fit.
Yes,
when he sings, it's a high. Hey, what?
I thought you were going to sing the other song.
Which one? Say goodbye, pizza pie.
See you a chocolate cake.
Yeah, that's the one.
Goodbye to you, tiramisu.
See, we're big fans. We weren't lying.
Yes,
Tree of
Tree of
Wisdom going off tomorrow.
Wisdom. Love Tree of Wisdom.
Dances like a maniac. I'm not going to throw my head back. I'll dissect my bloody artery again. Rayner, Luke Livingston, what could have been another player who could have been actually a decent forward because he was a really good, highly rated forward in the juniors. And then we drafted him at pick 4 and molded him into a centre-half back where he hadn't played as defender across his entire career. Classic Carlton, because we thought if he magically wore long sleeves and placed him at full back, he'd magically turn into Stephen Silvani. Yeah. Classic. Dynamic. I've got some signed Angwin cards and stuff here. My mate from Carlton stuff got me. Hard to find now. He didn't get the chance to sign much. Mate, I'd be all across them. But my mate and I, best mate and I that used to go to the footy together, big fans of Angwin. Big fans. I've actually got a I have to find it. There's a footy card I've got of I can't remember who it was. Actually signed footy card somewhere. One of the old school dudes. Norman was drafted from Wangaratta or somewhere, wasn't he? Yeah, he was up country way. Can't remember where. Someone clipped that photo of Damon with his hands waving and use it as your photo. Please do. Please do. Dynamic, you're probably the man to do it. Replace Bootsman with me doing this. Dean, anybody remember Andrew Phillips from the early 90s? I thought you were talking about Andrew Phillips,
The more
ex-Giants
recent
player.
one. Yeah.
Another really
I
good
remember
player.
him.
Yeah. His career ended early due to injury. Don't remember that. That dance has to be your go-to for every goal. We'll do the lasso as well. Rayner, still remember the game where he spoke back to Pagan at quarter time and he left him on the bench for the whole match. Yeah, it's probably one coach you don't speak back to. He's a maniac. Livingston had serious injury problems before we drafted him. Broken leg, I think. Yeah, I think he might have had some back issues as well, potentially. I don't know if it was him that had issues with growth plates or something. There was some weird sort of injury. I don't know if it was Livingston or not. Okay, now just stat pad or just can you just pad? So I'm just going to try and find these. So give us a dance. I'm going to try and find the video of us. When would it have been?
The St Kilda game.
St Kilda game, which would have been alrighty. So I think I've got it on my drive.
I
Let me see if
can't
it's
stat
there.
pad because I don't have control to put anything up on the screen.
There we go. Nath, are you sure you're not my best mate? Because we used to go through all these, and we will maybe do a live stream dedicated to these players of yesteryear. The lesser
Not me
known,
though.
lesser
I
loved.
can't remember. I was too young.
Andrew Merrington, who's now married to one of the, what is it, the Real Housewives of,
Oh yes.
put on some size now. He's been in a good
Yes.
paddock. He's still got the curly hair though.
He is married to one of the Real Housewives of Melbourne or Sydney. One of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, when did we play St Kilda?
I don't know. Before we played Brisbane. Good luck finding it. I can't even remember what quarter it was.
No, I've clipped it up. I've got it already.
Oh,
Round 8. And we might wrap things up after that.
yeah,
can be
because I
the
need to
treat.
go to sleep.
This will be the treat for the people tuning in. it's I've titled it Us Lasso on TV. Oh, there it is. 3rd of May it was. Why is it sorted into? There we go. In the crowd. Nope. There it is. All right. Let's see if this plays. I'll need to share the video file.
Just while this is loading, we didn't really
Mhm.
preview the game coming up on
We
Saturday.
do. We haven't done that actually in an hour and 24 minutes that we've been doing
No.
this. We'll do it
So just in a quick nutshell, I actually think this might be a slight danger game just because the Eagles are playing some good footy and we just have a tendency to underperform on these sorts of games and marvel, like we tend to play better at the G. So I think it'll probably be closer than everyone thinks, and I'm hoping it won't be. But be interesting to see what happens. I
Might
think
be
it
a banana peel game like Essendon, you think?
will. Yeah, not as bad as Essendon, I don't think, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
So you can probably see us there. Good, the cursor actually works.
Yep.
So there's Mrs. Edge and there's Mr. Edge. And there's Pistol Pete, your dad. The big smile on his face already because he knows what's coming. So ball comes in, crosses the line. Of course, people fist bumping. And then
No, you've missed it.
there it is, ready? So there we are. So you're already up out of your seat. Bingo, bango. People around you as well getting around it.
They're all clapping. Who else is lassoing? I don't see any other lassos.
There, the one just below the fox
Oh yeah.
there. So he's seen it. He's like, we'll get around this. In fact, you got up at the same time, I think, and you went back to your seat at the same time. And then this bloke's like, yeah, we'll get around it.
And then you were real late to the party.
I was. Woo!
And Dad's just looking at us like, what the hell?
Yeah. Classic. So that was good fun. Dynamic. I wonder if Jackson Binns might have actually been playing our Foss had not been there last year. Yeah, begs the question. Yeah. Andrew Cavenden, or as Ian Robertson referred to him, Andrew.
Like you just did.
Huh? Is that what I just did? Is that supposed to be Cavenden or Caveden? I don't even know.
Caveden.
Caveden. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's saying Kev Eden, not Cavenden.
Yeah.
Kev Eden. Justin Davies to Adrian DeLuca. Yes. Justin Davies from, was he Bendigo, Ballarat? Adrian DeLuca, classic. He had the longest neck. Look like an alien. Jonas, have you got any vintage Carlton merch? I do indeed. Just behind me. I'll have to pull it out next stream. I've got the old school main jumper with the long sleeves that I used to wear. That still doesn't fit me nowadays. I reckon it's a large size and it still doesn't fit me.
I reckon that would fit you now.
No, it was baggy and loose.
You look like an absolute dweeb in it.
Oh, you want to get it now?
Absolute dweeb. Why don't you turn the camera off so you don't show everyone your junk?
There's no junk here. It's fine. So I got some Collingwood stuff in here as well, unfortunately, because obviously used to work for the club.
Don't know why you kept it, but anyway.
So here we go. This is we'll start with the Malaysia Truly Asia. That's the old away jumper. Then we have one of the polos from, I don't know what year that was, but anyway. That's the Malaysia Truly Asia. Another one. And this is the main team. This is the classic. Look how big this is.
That would fit you now. I'm sorry to tell you.
This is massive. Look at the width on these things.
Look at the width of the actual thing.
And then, of course,
I dare you to put it on.
Kuta Phytomedes on the back, which this, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like holes where I had like all the badges there, the Kuta and Sauce and a few others. Let's put it on, shall we? Let's do it.
Do you know who I had on my back?
Kate Simpson.
No, prior to that. Earlier?
You didn't have Kuta?
Nope.
Ratton?
Nope.
Adrian Hickmott?
Mm.
I don't know who.
Skinny Lappin.
Oh, Lappin, of course. Yes. There we go. They should bring this back.
It doesn't look. It's not that loose on you.
It's actually not that loose anymore.
Sorry to tell you.
But I got the long sleeves deliberately because I used to love Houlihan and Lappin with the long sleeves, and I used to always roll them up like this. I used to always do that. Classic. Oh,
what a dweeb.
You're just jealous. I've got many more jumpers in there. I've also
I've got to
got.
get my stuff out, Juddy.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got to get my
I've also-
stuff out because Mum kept it all because allegedly I wanted to give it away, which I never would have said that. But Mum's kept
She's
all
made it
my
up.
stuff from when I was a child, so we can pass it on to Felix.
Yeah. And what do I have? Oh yeah. So when I worked at the club, they were giving away old merch and match worn jumpers and stuff. And I have a match worn jumper of Jed Lamb of all players, which I don't think was washed. So
Yeah.
stinking. So I might actually do a giveaway if anyone actually wants a Jed Lamb match worn jumper. Yeah, if anyone's keen, we can do that. Don't know if it'll pass the ability to actually post it because it might be carrying some sort of disease or stench of some sort. But there you go, Jonas. We have quite a bit of merch. This is just touching the surface. Livingston, a number 4 pick to replace Hamill. Yeah. What could have been? Rayner, Cripps really likes beating West Coast, though. He does.
Yeah, but usually, don't we normally play them over there?
Yeah, we do. Simon Fletcher. My God. Simon Fletcher. Who's the other guy that... Simon Fletcher actually got picked up by Richmond. I remember that because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what are they thinking? Simon Fletcher. Lord. Couple of Lasso Gooses there for sure. Yep. Cav Eden. DeLuca used to wear gloves, but low key they wear mittens. 2 grabbed every mark he ever took. Yeah. I think it's just like the style at the time, just looking cool. Jamie, Adam Hartlett, and Mark Austin were our centre half back and centre half forward for the next 10 years back then. Yeah. Don't remember Mark Austin. I remember Adam Hartlett, of course. Brother of Ports Hartlett. Was that Lappins?
Mm-hmm. Your long jumper.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, could have been. Adam Hartlett, hamstring indefinite. Yeah, always. I had Sauce, then Sticks after 87. Dynamic. I'm actually related to Aaron Hamill. Will Hamill from the Crows as well, more distantly. My grandmother is a Hamill. There you go. There you go.
World.
Yeah. Well, technically, I'm distantly related to Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, very distantly.
I think it was like 4 grandfathers removed. So across like the family lines, as you can see, a stark resemblance. Trent Spawn, he's the man that I have the signed card of. Trent Spawn used to rock the long sleeve indeed, and he used to have the hunchback. Remember that?
Vaguely.
Classic Spawny. Where's your hoodie? Let me get it for you. Oh, here it is. This is the match worn Jed Lamb jumper.
Look how terrible that Virgin was. That the year that we had a sponsor go bankrupt or something?
Yeah, it may have been. That's like the iron-on.
Yeah, looks shocking.
But this, the jumper, it feels like
Plastic. It looks awful.
it's like a not a lycra, but it's like it's really weird. It's like supposed to absorb the sweat or something. I have no idea, but it's terrible. Yeah, it's like plastic. Polyester. Polyester is probably the word for it. But that's anyone wants the Jed Lamb, it's there. And this is what I used to play for Collingwood, unfortunately. Don't worry, it's all signed. It's when I was working at the club.
Yuck.
Yuck. Yuck. Oh, here we go. This is I got one of those ones as well.
What's that one? It's got Crips on the back.
Which one?
That one you just showed us.
Yeah.
When did you get that?
That doesn't have a date.
Anyway, Come on, we need to like.
Yeah, there's the hoodies are in the other in the other cupboard, I think. In the other cupboard. So we'll get it out for another day to show and tell. We'll continue going through and then we'll wrap up after this. Raina, my Collingwood brother-in-law, brought me Judd 5 in his brother year. As in jumper with number 5. Jamie Sticks is my all-time favourite player. I idolised him as a kid. Yeah, I think he would have been many of that generation. Dean, Luke Mitchell, Patrick McCarthy, Matthew Watson, all in the same draft. The walking head, Matthew Watson. Jamie, Adam Bentic played a few good.
Yeah.
He's another one. Could have been anything.
Name rings a bell.
I'm related to Mark Hamill, Jedi Knight, Mr. Skywalker. It is nasty. I dare not smell it, but yeah, it is nasty. Burn it. What about the M&M blue or that yellow one? I don't have any of those. No way. Got a room full of Carlton jumpers. Yep. Thanks for the show. Thank you yet again, Dean, for your generosity and for joining us, mate. Always a pleasure to have you contributing for the live stream. Come on, Damo, can't be having that jumper in your house. Only acceptable reasons are for your fire kindling or emergency toilet paper. We'll almost use it during COVID when we didn't have access to toilet paper. So you might notice a bit of a stain at the back there, which that's not one of the vertical stripes. Murray Vance is another name for you. Bedroom dress-up material. Don't bring out the black light. My Lord. That got dynamic going. He's loving that. All right, let's just quickly go through.
Like
and then we'll wrap
lightning.
Like lightning. Whew. Like lightning, ladies and gents. Lightning. You've heard it here first. Lightning.
There's not much to talk about. We've got no changes.
No changes, but what about them?
I don't care about them. I don't care about us.
No, you have to care about them in order to care about us. We're playing them. By extension, we need to. So Will Dersmer a big in. He is, and especially considering you've got a bet down on Harry Dean for the Rising Star.
Don't start rumours.
And Will Dersmer is right up there in conversation of that. I think he's the second favourite, and he's back. He's back. Great player. Jack Graham, another bit of experience for them coming into the team. Tom McCarthy, I didn't even realise he was out of the team last week. Oh, no, I think he did his hamstring. But anyway, he is back. And Jack Hutchinson, who I don't know much about, he's in. Tim Kelly, a big out for them, obviously, in the engine room. Tom Gross, young player. Josh Lindsay, I don't understand why they're omitting him every second week because he's a great player. But anyway, and Harvey Johnston as well, also omitted. And for emergencies, as you can see there for us, completely forgot about Ollie Hollins.
Yeah, literally just thinking that.
Zach Williams and Flynn Riley again, both of those guys named as emergency as they were the previous week. But yeah, what's there to say? I mean, it could be a danger game. We match up well against them really across the board. We should dominate them in the middle. Bailey J. Williams is actually having a career best season in the ruck, believe it or not. So Pitnet might have his colours lowered potentially, which he did kind of last week, must be said, in the hit-out stakes. But Harley Reid, he's probably their best. Elijah Hewitt, yeah, up against Jagger. He'll run rings around him. And we should get it done. We should get it done. In defence.
We should.
Up forward, in theory.
Hopefully
in theory. So we'll wait and see. Wait and see what happens. But last time we played them, just quickly, we beat them by 34 points. Yep. And that was round 14. Prior to that, 71-point winners on our home deck. And then away prior to that, 2024, 65-point winners, which I think that's the game I think we were watching when we were in Bali, was it not?
Yeah.
So that was a nice win because that I think was the game when Kemp might have kicked 3 or 4 goals or something.
Yeah.
As our only key forward. Anyway, ladies and gents, well, final tip, margin. What are you saying?
Us by 28 points.
I'm going to say by 34 points in our favour. Round things out quickly. Dynamic, Kelly out's pretty good indeed, along with Jimby not being. Yeah, he was having a career best year as well. Poor bloke. Got a feel for him. I'd love to get that Jimby to Carlton. Agree. Night, guys. Enjoy the Wiggles. Thank you, Nath. And enjoy the footy as well.
Yes,
with
enjoy your
little
first game.
That'd
with
be
your
an awesome
son.
experience, mate. And with the characters, of course. Hopefully he gets to know all the characters, as he calls the players. Jonas, Mrs. Edge does Damo try and talk about Supercoach with you?
Not really.
What do you call
Not-
Supercoach?
Stupid coach. But anyway,
No,
you speak. Stupid coach.
No,
you
but
speak
what do you refer to as?
your mistress, but
Yeah.
you speak to you and Dad will have conversations about Super Coach if we're like driving to the footy, and I literally will fall asleep in the back of the car. Like I'll zone out and fall asleep. Not my forte.
Cup of tea.
No.
Brought in McCarthy in this week along with Dacos. Good ins, mate. Especially Nakos, my lord. Got a bargain. Jimby signed a contract this year, 4 years. Damn,
Oh my
there
god,
you go.
sorry guys. Just yawned at my mouth.
Jonas, hey, you yawning?
I just yawned, but like my mouth was open.
Oh, don't swallow a bloody a harp that's on the table next to you. How is the Chesnero going in the VFL? I don't know who the Chesnero. Oh, you're talking about Chessa, of course. Chesnero is a Simpsons reference as well. I don't know. I haven't heard much about him. So if anyone knows, inform the great man Jonas. 40. Oh, is it the margin? Yep. 5 goals, Rayner. Jamie, who tipped the lines tonight? Not I. You did.
Pretty sure.
You're making a comeback. You're only about six tips behind me, so you need another one.
Let me just check. I'm pretty sure I tipped them. Yep, I tipped them.
Oh, Lord. You're
Sometimes
coming back.
you just have to go off vibes, not off what makes sense.
Yeah, just like when you're tipping horses in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, I've won off vibes before.
You go by what is it, the colours?
Colours,
The
numbers, names, whatever, vibes.
Vibes. Dynamic. Alf, Wader, Sahane, Mr. and Mrs. Edge. And yep, tip the lines. They had to win. Jeez, he's all across it. Dynamic. Thank you, mate. And with that, ladies and gents, that is us. That is us for another evening, another live stream. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate all of your company. Before you leave, of course, don't forget to like the video. Give us a subscribe as well if you haven't already. And we do this every single Thursday evening post-game, chatting about, we try and find a little bit of time to preview the game when we don't get sidetracked and talk shit and have a bit of fun. What's that?
And about Grenguins.
Yeah, and grizzly bear penguins.
And swallowing harps and getting harp. It's not swallowing. It was harps inside, not beside.
Oh my Lord, I'm gonna go back and find that. Got to find that because that was a big gaffe from me. One of the biggest.
You didn't even realize you did it.
I have one inside me. There it is. Blues, harp, and tea. I have one inside me. Very good. Lend me that. Thank you. Thank you, Dynamic. Thank you, Raina. Thank you, Jonas. Top show. He says, have a great weekend, everyone. Likewise.
Thank you.
And we say, go
Baggers.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.